Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to solve this longest common subsequence. Question number is 1143. On a Leetcode, given two strings text1 and text2, return the length of their longest common subsequence. If there is no common subsequence, return 0. A subsequence of a string is a new string generated from the original string with some characters, can be none, deleted without changing the relative order of the remaining characters. For example, ace is a subsequence of a b d c d e. Okay, so a is first and then c is and then e, but they are in the same order. A common subsequence of the two string is a subsequence that is common to both strings. Okay, so now let's see the example. So it's the same and we will be returning integer, so that's longest subsequence. Okay, so that's the length. Okay, this is a classic example of dynamic programming, and it is used to find the longest subsequence common to two sequences. Like there are so many applications in the various fields such as bioinformatics, text comparisons, and more. So let's dive into it. So what we are thinking is we are thinking to use dynamic programming, as I mentioned earlier, but we will be memoizing it, so we'll be using memo. How that will help, like if we have already came to a conclusion, like if this and both characters are same, then we don't want to again go into that. So let me code and I will help you understand how this solution works, right? So first would be we will take out the length of the text1. Yep, and we will do the same for text2 with the variable name n. Now memo would be our 2D array, so we are using a 2D dynamic solution. Memo equals to we will initialize every row and column with 0. Range would be, this is our column, right? So that, and then in range of n+1. So now we have a 2D array, 2D matrix. So now we have a 2D matrix. So now let's get into it. So we will start with two loops, right? One is out loop, and then there is this inner loop. So this is we will be starting with 1, just because I'll explain in further. We'll be actually comparing our previous value. That's why we are starting from 1, and then this is the range from 1 as well, with the limit on n+1. So now if the text1 in row -1, so as I mentioned, the row we are taking from 1, so now text 1 minus 1, that is 0. So text1 0 element is a here, and similarly we will compare this. And now if both are same, then we will just increment the current memo for that 2D matrix row and column. So how we will do that, we will just do memo and then row -1 and column -1. If they are not same characters, then we would take the maximum of previous row and or previous column. So that's how this algorithm goes. So now we will just do previous column or previous row. We'll take the maximum of 2. Yeah, and we will just return the last element. So yeah, the last element in the memo, so that would be like bottom right corner, right? So let's run this, and yeah, so let me just summarize how we want to proceed with this algorithm. The Python function takes two strings as input, and it aims to find longest common subsequence. Okay, so we start by initializing 2D memo with 0 values in it. The size of this array is based on the length of the input. Okay, so now we iterate through each character of both strings. If we find matching, then we just increment the value of memo, like we are basing it off on a previous memo. So that's how we use dynamic programming. We make use of the already processed answers, right? So now if we don't match, then we just have a maximum of previous row or previous column or previous row, and we will just output our last value. So hope you understand it. Make sure you hit the like and comment. Have a good day.